Or is it in your pants?
It's terrible.
Like,
you just made it even worse.
I don't know. I think maybe I have too many boyfriends.
Wow, I'm in shock with both of you right now. I won't ever betray either of you.
Don't
Get on your
ever.
bad side.
Welcome to another exciting episode of Latinx Now, where we examine the biggest entertainment news stories through the Latin lens. I'm Christian Acosta, and as always, I'm joined by Nastassja Bolivar and Claudia Vergara.
Hi.
If you're new here, be sure to like, comment, subscribe to our channel so you can stay up to date on everything Latinx Now. All right, before we get started, Telemundo has announced the nominees for the 5th Annual Latin American Music Awards. So be sure to visit LatinAMAs.com to check out the nominees and vote for your favorites. And of course, don't miss the show, live October 17th here on Telemundo. So we have a lot to talk about. Let's get started.
Yes, please.
All right, let's get started. We agree. Today, let's get started with the headlines. Justin Bieber is opening up a lot on Instagram, and the internet can't stop talking. Kristen Stewart is dishing on why she kept her relationship with her ex, Robert Pattinson, so secretive. Demi Lovato is squashing her beef with Taylor Swift, and we're chatting with the stars of the new rom-com Tholos Kind. All that and more on Latinx Now. Told you it's a lot, right? Justin Bieber is getting raw and personal with his fans via Instagram. On Monday, the 25-year-old posted a lengthy post with the caption, "I hope you find time to read this. It's from my heart." In the post, Bieber breaks down his rise to fame, his struggles with being a child star, his past drug use, and how he is finding his way back to himself. Now, in the post, he also explains that he is, in quote, the best season of his life, marriage with his wife, Hailey Bieber, which is always obviously very nice to hear. Now, how much of a toll does being in the public eye really take on a person, and how much does finding someone you care about help through that struggle?
Yeah, well, I think it's really hard being a celebrity because we're put they're put on that spotlight. And when you're on that spotlight, people are expecting perfection. They're expecting everything to be grand, and no one's perfect. And if you find someone perfect, please let me know, because I would love to chat with them. But so it's hard when you're put in that spotlight, and you're, especially as a child, artist.
Teenager.
Yeah, he was a kid when he started, before even a teenager. So it's really hard, but I think it's also really beautiful to have that person to really help and support you to get through those difficult moments, and to kind of remind you, like, hey, it's okay to mess up. It's okay to have these experiences, whether it be with drugs or whatnot, in your life, because that's how you grow. So it's really hard.
It's funny that you laughed when you said we, right? But the truth is, honestly, in this field, in our industry, in our careers, we are in the entertainment business, right? So obviously we're not as big as Justin Bieber. We have a small, tiny fraction. I wish. We have a small, tiny fraction of what his success and his fame and all of that is, right? Despite that, I will say, even in the smallness that it is compared to Justin Bieber, I feel the pressure, I feel the pressure, and I know that, for example, I gain a little weight. People say it on social media, like, oh my God, yeah, estás gordito, right? And I'm just like, oh, that's a nice backhanded comment. And then, of course, on the flip side, you also have access to a lot of different things. We've seen the parties that happen, in the entertainment biz. They're heavy. And when you're young and in it like this, and you have millions of dollars, I'm telling you, it's not so glamorous. I think that people sometimes forget that.
You know what I think? First of all, he's my boyfriend still. But other than that,
She can't get over that.
Married girl, supéralo.
You never know. Okay, anyways, what I was going to say was he's been lately being super real about all of his problems, all of his mental health struggles, everything. But what it was just sad to realize that people were like the one thing that they were talking about from the post that he posted on Instagram was the part that he was doing drugs when he was at 19, instead of looking at the bright side of it, that was the amazing things that he was saying. Well, not amazing things, but the enlightening things that he was saying, and letting people know that it was okay to feel like that, because he was feeling a certain way that probably a lot of people, you don't even have to be famous to feel all of those things or be depressed or have struggles like that. So I feel like
Everyone grabbed onto the drug use part.
Yeah, and I thought
for sure.
that was
that's I guess the headline of the story here.
I mean, always, because you think of drugs and you're like, oh my God, it's terrible, you shouldn't. Like, at the end of the day, I think it's really cool that he is opening up. Like he said, it is a piece of his heart that he's putting out there, and a beautiful one at that, because there's so many people that can relate to that and think, wow, Justin Bieber went through that struggle, went through that, and he's opening up, and look where he is now, where he's even saying, this is the best moment of his life right now, so far, being married.
Of course.
So it's also true that some people can bring like the best or the worst in you, so it's good.
Haley's bringing good,
You know, and
I would have brought the best of him too, but like
you would have, you definitely would have.
I'll be here, you know.
One day you'll make someone the best of their life, right? You know, but I found it really endearing that he mentioned Haley, right? Because you know, a lot of times you see these relationships and you can say, you know, obviously the celebrity relationship, and you're like, oh my God, really, they're not going to last, or that's. And no, he's saying that this is actually like the best chapter and like this new chapter in his life, marriage, and then he specifically obviously said Hailey Bieber. So I'm glad to hear that. I hope it's not all on her.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
they had
too, because then
they had a lot of similarities. They love church. They're family oriented. So I saw the.
So we like this. We like this. So yeah, I'm glad that he got it all out, right?
And
hopefully all of us learn. Exactly. All right. Well, from one celeb opening up about their past struggles to another, Kristen Stewart is covering the October issue of Harper's Bazaar UK, where she's giving fans into a glimpse into her private life and also talking about her sexuality. Now, in the magazine, Kay Stu explains why she and her ex, Robert Pattinson, kept their romance so secretive, saying, "We did not have an example to go by. So much was taken from us that in trying to control one aspect, we were just like, no, we will never talk about it, never, because it's ours." Now, Kristen says she's taking a cue from younger celebs and how they're handling their fame, and that's become a lot more open, you know, about her love life, even to the point of openly, you know, talking about everything in her discussion and relationships. And she says in part, "I think I just wanted to enjoy my life, and that took precedence over protecting my life, because in protecting it, I was ruining it. I just think we're all kind of getting to a place where, I don't know, evolution's a weird thing. We're all becoming incredibly ambiguous, and it's this really gorgeous thing."
It really is.
It really is, and I think that's really cool. So how much of an impact is the younger generation having on how we view sexuality? Because that's what she used as a reference.
New generation.
Right, she used that as a reference to sort of start to model the way she deals with her relationships. So what do you think? How do you think that it's impacting sexuality as a whole?
I mean, I think this generation, the reason why it's impacting is because we're so open, we're so fluid, we're so accepting. But I think the big reason behind that is the technology behind it. Because technology, you know, it gives you that space to still be kind of a loner because you have a screen in front of you. No one can know your face while you're typing. So in the midst of that, you're here typing like, oh, you know what? Say, I'm into feet. You know, usually you'd say you're into feet and you're probably like scared someone's gonna judge you, like, ew, he's into toes and all that. And then you go online, you're like, no, feet. And you have a whole community with chat rooms. So you don't feel that alone. So you feel even more open. You feel willing to be like, you know what, I'm accepted. There is a group out there like me. There is people that I identify with. So I feel technology has been the real change and evolution to this generation. And it so happens that the younger, you know, kids, us, we're, you know, we have access to it now.
Yeah, for sure. You know, it's funny because there was just a pro football player that just came out as bisexual. You know, we obviously had some examples of actors coming out and everything. And I'm just, it's not a big deal. Like, people are like, oh, okay. Congratulations.
Yeah, it's
next,
not a big deal.
I know, but like, think about it back then. Back then it was so hard. So now today, so that's what Kristen is kind of saying. Like, you know, back then she had to keep it super secretive because people were going to destroy it. They were going to judge her. And now it's kind of like, it's out there. You want to judge me? Judge me.
I just feel like people now feel more comfortable saying whatever they want to say, or like expressing whatever it is their feelings are or whatever they like. Because like, yeah, that's true. Like, everyone's kind of being more open and more like accepting, is that a word?
Yeah, accepting.
But yeah, like, I just feel like even culturally, for example, like for Latins, it's been like a really extensive journey. Yeah, but I feel like right now we're in a really good place and it's getting better. But that's not only because of, I don't think it's only just like young generation, it's just even the ones from the past generation, like not past generation, but how do you say that?
Older.
Like older generations, the ones that are already like doing this with us and like accepting these new things and these new likings and things, those are the ones that are also helping to like move forward.
Right, of course. But you'd be surprised because I know Mexico City was actually one of the first major cities worldwide to approve and pass same-sex marriage. So, I mean, there are examples of that, you know, in our culture that we're seeing it. And again, when you go to Mexico City, you see same-sex couples all the time everywhere. What? And it's, again,
you know what happens
turning into no big deal.
I have like a lot of gay friends. Like those, my gay friends are like my best friends. And what they told me once was like, because gay people or whatever, they of course accept the culture, the gay culture, community, yeah. But it's more important having the support of the people that are not gay and accepted. You know what I mean? So not being young and hip and like being whatever sexual orientation you have, but the ones that are not, but that still accept that, and like what makes the difference.
Right.
No, I agree. No, I just feel like Kristen Stewart in this sense. Like, think back old Hollywood. Like, you know, you never really saw a woman with a woman, a man with a man. Like, it was super unusual. And then if you so happen to even think somebody was, you're like, oh no, they can't be famous. Like, you can't have them up there. We have to shut them down. It's not like that anymore. Now we praise it and we clap for it and we actually encourage it. Just be yourself and be open. I think
that's key. I think that's key. Yeah. And you know, I mentioned the pro football player. His name is Ryan Russell. I don't know. I didn't mention that.
It happens to me all the time.
And so yeah. I think it's great. I love this conversation. I think we can talk about this forever.
We
got to move on. We got to move on. Changing topics. It looks like Demi Lovato and Taylor Swift apparent feud is over. I don't know why we said apparent. It was a feud. Demi has taken to Instagram to congratulate Taylor on her new song, Cruel Summer. In the post, she writes, "Life is too short for a woman to not support other women, especially when women release great music. Great job at Taylor Swift."
That's nice.
Now, you guys will remember that the two pop singers have a lengthy past of some subliminal and not so subliminal Twitter jabs over the years, including Demi seemingly calling out Taylor's feminist motives back in 2016 when the Lover singer donated $25,000 to Kesha's legal battle with Dr. Luke. You guys remember that, right? Now, the most recent dig came after Scooter Braun, Demi's manager, acquired the rights to Taylor Swift's first 6 albums. Taylor jumped on social, calling out Scooter's incessant manipulative bullying, with Demi responding that Scooter is a, quote, good man, saying, y'all can come after me all you want, but I'm going to always stay loyal to my team. All right, so all that aside, it seems that things are on the up and up for the two singers, but what is a point of no return when it comes to friendships, right? Because now that sort of makes me wonder, with friends, when is it the cutoff zone?
You know, it's really tough. I was actually discussing this the other day with my boyfriend. I was like, you know, because it hits home right now. I have a friend of mine. I'll still call her my friend because she was my best friend for my whole life, but we don't speak anymore, and we're on like
things are getting real.
I know, they're getting real here. So close up on the tier, guys. And we don't speak anymore because we got to this point in our life that I feel we went through 2 different paths. And I wasn't making her grow and she wasn't making me grow. So it was kind of like this moment of let's grow apart. But I'm not one of those to like cut it off and say, hey, maybe down the line we can get back together and grow again, together. But then I think of situations like if you were ever to like betray me.
Not happening.
I mean, I'm such a forgiving person. That's another, it's a good quality and bad quality
Look,
about
I got to
me.
say, I'm not a forgiving person at all. And I think, Claudia, right, you're the same way.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm a little bit harsher than you. You tell me.
Yeah.
I take my friends, if any moment of big disrespect or, again, betrayal, I'm done. I am completely done. I will cut you out of my life, and you are never getting
But what
back
if it's a
in.
stupid betrayal? Like, what if it's something like bull?
There
Like, if we all have our
are
moods.
no stupid betrayals.
No,
a
betrayal is a betrayal, right?
I mean, there's some times that you're put in like this predicament and this position that you're like, I don't want to hurt my friend, but I need and then sometimes you wake up on the the wrong side of the bed. Like, there's moments that people have.
I don't have time for wrong side of the bed.
No. And I told you
humans,
this once.
though.
I told you this once. I only fight with my mom and with my boyfriends. With my friends, I don't know if it's because I'm an only child, but my friends are like my brothers and sisters, like my siblings. Like, I take my friendships super seriously.
Yeah, but you fight with your siblings.
I have like 5 friends, but I told you guys this once. If we ever fight, it's because you guys did something to me, because I would never.
She did tell us that.
Like, I never fight with my friends because I take it super serious. So, I'm not one to like confront you, because I'm never like that. The thing is, if you hurt me, I'll just back off. And like, that's what happens.
And you leave it.
I'm just like,
but what if that friend comes to you and tells you, guys, I'm sorry, in that moment in my life, I wasn't doing good. I'm straight. I get it now together. What would you guys say in that moment?
So I'll give you. Damage is done.
Exactly. I'll give you examples. I've had friends.
I'm shocked with both of you.
I've had friends who are possibly watching this right now.
I know. I won't betray you.
I have friends who are possibly watching this right now, and let me tell you right now, they've texted, emailed, literally do not respond. Like, I don't care what you have to say. I don't even open it. Like, it's just not happening.
But what do they do?
Again.
Give me an example. I need to know an example. What do they do?
No, trust me, it's a long list. It's a long list of things.
Jesus,
but yeah,
give me one,
is the
just
betrayal.
one.
But one, for example, when someone accused me of being a liar, and that's it.
But then, okay, so say they accuse you of being a liar, and then they came back to you and said, listen, Chris, my bad. That person told me, and then I was like, yo, Chris was lying. And now I realized, yo, Christian, you're not lying. My bad. Yeah. What would you do?
There's no Demi Taylor situation happening here. That's it. It's done. It's done. I'm telling you.
If he did something good, would you give them props, even if
that
you're not friends?
That person came back and apologized.
Would you give props like Demi gave props to Taylor? Even if you're not boys with them?
No, that person doesn't exist for me.
Wow. I don't hold grudges. Like, I never hold grudges, but I just brainwash myself, and I'm really good at that. So I just like brush it if it's like, I'm done.
Yeah.
Wow, I'm in shock with both of you right now. To say, I won't ever like betray either of you. Get on your bad side. I'm very forgiving. Maybe soy media boa in that sense. Like, yeah, like.
No, but that's good too.
Yeah, I'm not knocking
it. Second chances, and I believe people change.
For example, I say good on Demi and good on Taylor. Seriously, I say that. It just doesn't work for me. That's it. So
like, I've tried. I can't.
Different strokes.
We need to balance each other, then, guys.
All right, before we go, we want to acknowledge the destruction and devastation our friends in the Bahamas are going through. Really important to say this, following Hurricane Dorian. Now, if you'd like to find out how you can help or donate, please log on to the American Red Cross website for more information. Super important that we see that. And, you know, like you said, balance it out, right?
Please, guys, it's so important what they're going through right now.
It's devastating to see the images. Yeah. All right, up next, we caught up with Argentinian rapper, singer, and songwriter Kazu, and she dished on her rising career. Also, Priyanka Chopra got Nick Jonas's age wrong on social, and of course, people are freaking out. And later, I sat down with Omar Chaparro and Marta Higareda to talk about their new film, Tholos Kind, in which they learned that playing hard to get sometimes leads to unexpected outcomes. Latinx Now will be right back.
Kazu is an Argentinian lab trap artist who is picking up steam in the music world. Her newest song, Mucha Data, has over 8 million views on YouTube, and her song Loca with Kea and Dookie and the remix Con El Conejo Malo, Bad Bunny, has a combined 680 million views. I need some of that sauce. Kazu stopped by and told us all about her rising career and her unique style, so take a look.
En verdad las colaboraciones, en el caso de Bad Bunny, fue como bien importante para los tres, tanto para Kea, para Duki y para mí, porque nos abrieron el mercado internacional. Error 93 es mi primer álbum de industria, en verdad. Quise plasmar en el álbum mi personalidad musical como bien honestamente, ¿sabes? Como que eso significa para mí el álbum, algo bien verídico y que suena como sonaría Kazu siendo ella misma, ¿no?
I love her style, I love her little two moñitos, I love her she has this cool vibe to her.
No, definitely. And you know, actually she mentioned Dookie there. Dookie is an artist from Argentina who I've actually been listening to for over a year now, right? His music is awesome.
It's dope.
I love
you showed it to me.
I love it.
But they have like cool kids vibes.
That is a cool
It's like a good energy. Like we need this in Latin music.
Well, you guys don't go anywhere because after the break, does Priyanka Chopra even know who she's married to? Well, according to the internet, they say no. She doesn't know. And later, Christian sat down with the cast of the new film, Tholos Kind, to talk about flirting and falling in love and all that good stuff. So don't go anywhere because Latinx Now will be right back.
Welcome back, you guys. So we all know that public displays of affection and appreciation for your significant other on social media is a way of life nowadays.
Yeah.
But it looks like Priyanka Chopra is learning the hard way that no good deed goes unpunished. In celebration of Nick's new tequila company, Villa One, Priyanka posted this photo with the caption, "So proud when you own your own tequila at 27. What's the problem? That Nick is 26. But in his wife's defense, the Joe Bro turns 27 in 2 weeks. So I just feel like she rounded it up.
Yeah.
Let's say that.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
That's true.
I think so. Well, so whether she really got it wrong or not, have you ever had a public embarrassment, maybe like on social media or something that made you question how well you know your significant other or a close friend or something?
I mean, I make a fool of myself and my man all the time. On social media, probably not as much as you at home probably would like to see. But I think being with him for 7 years now, we know each other so well. But in the beginning, girl. It was, he didn't know how to write my name, which is understandable. My name is kind of complicated. And I used to mix up his birthdays all the time with my ex. Because my ex is born on the same exact day, just like a month apart. So imagine the beginning, I was like,
June and July, super similar.
It's, I know, Jared is August, so it was July. The other guy was July.
That's hard.
You know, I just remembered, I was hanging out with this girl for like a month, and then we were going to go out for dinner. She specifically told me in the beginning that she doesn't do seafood. And then I picked her up one day to dinner, and I took her to sushi. And I didn't. It wasn't until she didn't say anything. We sat down, you know, and then and it hit. And I was like, oh my God, wait. Oh,
I'm not getting it.
I messed up.
You know what? It happened. It does happen to me with birthdays too.
Of course.
And with names. Like with when I'm starting to like go out with someone. I don't know. I think maybe I have too many boyfriends.
Well,
not too many ex-boyfriends.
Well, how many do you have?
Of course you get confused.
Ex-boyfriends. No, and then so at the beginning when I'm going with someone, I just like don't say the name. I'm like, oh hey,
baby,
oye,
sweetie, honey,
like,
good looking.
You.
You know, really quick, I just want to touch on the Priyanka thing.
Quickly.
You know what? Maybe it's that they celebrate, you know, their birthdays like far in advance. Like I know some people that celebrate their birthdays like a whole month. So maybe they've been celebrating it and they've already like 27's already been there around, and that's why she's just like, hey.
Not only that, but sometimes you also just say it. Like, hasn't it been when it's your birthday, you're already, before you even turn, you're like, oh, I'm already like 19.
At 19.
No.
Yeah.
I think that's when
I do that all the time.
I think that's when you're like 12, that you're like eager to get to 13,
But I'm
right?
12
But I
at
think
heart
that's where it
always.
ends.
I'm still eager for
unless-
my birthday.
Me too.
Yeah, no, but I don't think anything.
Until I'm 40 and then I'll be like, never mind.
But what's funny is that she's boasting about him having his own tequila company at 27. It's like, no, he's 26. Like you should actually like use the real number because it's more impressive.
That is
you know?
true. That is true.
That's exactly it.
But she did it.
I also want to point out that they went along with it because they posted, or he posted a meme. Nick posted a meme of, you know, the Batman slapping Robin, right? Where he's like basically saying like, haha, very funny. Like, who cares? You know,
But
like,
just to
no big
show
deal.
that she did know, they both
She reposted
acknowledged.
it.
Yeah, she did a retweet to it, just acknowledging like, hey guys, it happens, not a big deal. He's probably 27. Is he already 27?
Is he?
I don't know.
How
I think
long
he's
ago
there.
was that? No, not yet.
When's his
not yet. I think
birthday?
it's like in a week
Not yet,
or
yeah.
something. Yeah,
Not yet.
a week or so.
But you know, I also think that our minds right now, because of social media, like there's a certain part of the brain that doesn't like click with like numbers. So like phone numbers, you don't know anymore. Like
I still remember phone
birthdays, you
numbers.
just get reminded by, you know, social media.
Birthdays.
Like
That's true.
you don't. Like, so it's all those things where now you just get the reminder, or you just hit a couple
notification.
buttons, right?
Yeah.
So you no longer have to think about these things. So I don't know. Maybe it was just like one of those like flubs in that part of the brain. You know.
It was a brain fart. That happened.
Yeah.
She's
I'm trying to
just
be a little bit
rounding
more
it up.
scientific. Sorry.
I'm like, brain fart. It's okay.
Oh my God, okay, I think we're done. So
Thank you,
coming
Claudia.
up, Chris caught up with Omar Chaparro and Marta Higareda from the new romantic comedy Tholos Kind, and they talked dating and playing hard to get. Do you play hard to get?
Always.
All the time. Well, Latinx Now will be right back.
Dating in 2019 can be confusing, frustrating, and even comedic. Just ask me. All right, I caught up with the cast of the new romantic comedy Tholos Kind, and they explained how flirting can lead to pleasant surprises. They also explained what they fall for in their own personal lives. Take a look.
Perfecto lo que estás haciendo.
Hiciera una obra de caridad contigo, ¿no? Que te invitara a salir.
Si él juega contigo, tú tienes que jugar más rudo.
Bueno, una pregunta. ¿Alguno de ustedes ha usado alguna de esas tácticas para lograr salir con alguien? Y si sí, ¿cuál fue?
Ay, yo sí.
A mí me funcionaba mucho la indiferencia, el estar así, flores, serenata, un muñeco y de repente me desaparecía y era como, ¿qué pasó?
Ay, Omar, qué malo. Pero sí funciona, porque como mujer dices, oye, ¿qué pasó? Y creo que como mujer, el ser un poco misteriosa. O sea, que no te reveles toda luego, rapidito.
Claro,
sino que como que guardar poquito misterio. Y ni siquiera es tanto porque... por darte a desear y esas cosas, sino porque tú lo tienes que conocer bien a él primero.
Hablando pues de mujeres, estamos viendo una tendencia en donde las mujeres ahora pues le coquetean a los hombres, ¿no? Extrañan los tiempos, o sea, de antes donde era el hombre, o sea, que el caballero tenía que, o sea, ligar o coquetearle a la mujer.
Yo sí. Bueno, yo estoy a favor de que los tiempos cambian y evolucionan y demás.
Y yo sí creo que puede una ser coqueta, ¿no? Porque yo me acuerdo que así conocí a un novio que yo lo vi y directamente fui y le dije, me encantas.
Oh, wow. ¿Y te funcionó?
Me di la vuelta y me fui.
¿De veras?
O sea, nada más así. Me di la vuelta y me fui.
Eso? ¿Quién es?
Mi primer novio.
Bueno, para cerrar, el peor piropo que han escuchado.
No sé si es peor. Para mí me dijeron otra vez, Omar, mangazo, de ti sí me embarazo.
Ok, eso está fatal. La verdad que sí está fatal.
A mí me dijeron, ¿qué? Con esas tortas, ¿quién quisiera hacer aguacate para embarrarme en tus tortas?
¿Sí te dijeron?
Sí.
Pues fue con el que saliste, ¿no?
That's funny.
Those are pretty bad. You guys know any bad pickup lines?
Oh, yeah, I've got a bad one.
Like what?
Is that a mirror in your pocket? Because I see myself in them.
In your pocket?
Or is it in your pants?
That's terrible. You just made it even worse.
I don't know pickup lines in English.
No, but the movie looks really funny. Tholos Kind, definitely check it
He's
out.
really funny.
And supporting, of course, Latin films. All right, guys, New York Fashion Week 2019 is here, and this year our friends over at E are bringing us all the details and backstage coverage. And we've actually got a quick message from Zaina Roberts, who will be in New York in the midst of it all. What's up? What's up? Let's take a look.
What's up, Christian, Claudia, and Naz? That's right, we are gearing up for New York Fashion Week 2019. And as you well know, no one covers New York Fashion Week quite like E. Starting this Friday, we will have everyone covered with all things New York Fashion Week related. Be sure to stay connected on watching E! News, Daily Pop, and all of our social platforms. The best part of all of this, I'm going to be checking in with you guys all next week to bring you the best highlights from everything happening in the Big Apple. Take care and see you guys next week. Ciao!
I can't wait. I can't wait for that.
I know. I would love to be at a New York Fashion Week.
I haven't been.
I've been.
Yes.
And I lived in New York for like a year and a half. It's amazing. It's super exciting. And
go.
The entire city is vibing in that fashion
That good
thing.
energy.
Yeah, it's good.
Well, with Zaina there, we're basically all there, right?
We are there.
For sure. All right, guys. Well, that's our show. That's it. So thanks for tuning in. Yeah.
I was like,
thanks for tuning in. Remember, you can watch us en español every Saturday at midnight on Telemundo.
Se habla español.
Ahí nos vemos los sábados. Yep. And don't forget to keep up with us right here on YouTube, on Instagram, and over on Telemundo. Guys,
that's it.
Ciao for now.
Ciao for
That's
now.
it.
Is that a mirror in your pants? Hey guys.
What up?
Hi. Thanks for watching us, and I really hope you guys enjoyed. Now, we want to keep you around, and the way to do that is by pressing a button, right?
Subscribe.
Please.
CCBC.
We like you. We really do.
We
And
love
I
you.
hope
What?
you guys like us too.
Yeah, please.
I like you, Claudia.